All right, hello students. Today I'm going to present our video lecture for our week 4. I believe what I'm going to start doing now for our video lectures is talking about the homework a little bit, just to make sure that that's clear for all of you. I think there has been some confusion, and I'll take a little bit of responsibility for that. But let's go ahead at the beginning here and talk about the homework assignment. Okay, so we have our hybrid work and our homework listed here. First thing, we'll start talking about the homework. If you want to look at this on your Blackboard site, it says vocabulary. We're going to complete chapter 3. That's page 18 and 19. And you'll remember that we did chapter 3 in class, or we started it in class. And of course, I'm asking you to go ahead and finish that. We won't normally do those lectures in class, but in order to keep on our schedule sometimes, I will. Okay, so we've gone over the first part of chapter 3, and now I'd like you to finish that. Once you finish this and looked at the video, I'd like you to go to the Townsend Press website, and you know that's here under web links. And then I would like you to complete all of the chapter 3 and 4 vocabulary assignments listed, so you know you have some practice exercises and then you have some tests. And I will give you credit for having completed those tests, so please make sure that that's done. For the reading, I am not going to do a reading lecture for this particular week because we don't have any more to lecture about, we just have to study. And so what I'm asking you to do is to go to our PowerPoints link here and look at the ESL 42 reading PowerPoints, and I would like you to look at chapter 1 and 2 to prepare for the reading test. So open those PowerPoints up, click through them, read each part, make sure that you understand all of that for our test. Okay, so that's your homework part. Now let's look at the hybrid work, which is right here above. For your vocabulary, and I'm going to start that in just a minute. This is the vocabulary video that you're looking at now. I'm going to ask you to open your vocabulary book to page 20, and I'm going to go over that. You're going to watch that video, and then you're going to complete pages 20 and 21 in the vocabulary textbook. And then do sentence check 1 on the next page, 22. You'll check the answers to sentence check 1 in the answer key. That's all you have to do. The other parts of this chapter we'll be doing in class together. So if you do that early, that's fine, but then you're just going to be sitting in the class. So I recommend that you just do these assignments first. Okay, next you'll see that for reading, there is no video. I just said that. But you will do some exercises in the book as part of your hybrid work. So remember, this has to be done. This is part of your in-class work. I want you to do mastery test in chapter 1, mastery test 4 and 5. Here are the page numbers, 51 through 54. And I want you to do mastery test 4 and 5 on pages 97 and 100. And study, of course, for the test. We'll review these answers at the beginning of our class on Thursday, along with the vocabulary work. And then you'll have your test in the second part of class on Thursday. That will be the reading test for chapters 1 and 2, vocabulary and context, and main idea. Just to remind you, I said in class, the questions on our homework will be similar to the questions that I'll ask you to complete on the test. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to ask you to do is open your vocabulary books to chapter 4. That is on page 20 and 21, and I'm going to begin my vocabulary lecture now. So if you don't have your book in front of you while you're watching this video right now, pause the video, take out your vocabulary book, turn to chapter 4, page 20 and 21. Okay, as we did in class today for chapter 3, you will be at home, you'll listen to me pronounce the word, read along with me as I read the examples, and then give your best understanding of the meaning of the word in the blank next to. Okay? And of course, we'll review the answers when we come in. So, beginning on page 20, word number 1 in chapter 4, that word is calamity. Repeat that again. Calamity. All right? Here are the sample sentences. The survivors of the earthquake slowly rebuilt their homes and lives after the calamity. And example number 2. Our neighbor's house burned down one night in May. Ever since that calamity, Some of the children on our street have been afraid to go to bed at night. So based on those examples, what do you think the word calamity means? Choose your best answer there, A, B, or C, and write that in the blank. Our next word, repeat after me. The word is comprehensive. Comprehensive. And here are the example sentences. That article on sightseeing in Charleston was not comprehensive. It failed to mention many points of interest in that wonderful city. And the second example. The company's comprehensive insurance plan covers most health services, including hospitals, doctors, and dentists. So based on those examples, what do you think comprehensive means? Write your answer. Word number 3 on page 20, chapter 4, is conventional. Again, conventional. And the example sentences. 2 conventional Valentine's Day gifts are roses and chocolates. And 2, George wanted to propose to Ramona in the conventional manner. So, in the middle of a restaurant, he got down on one knee and asked, "Will you marry me?" Okay, based on that, examples, go ahead and write your best meaning of conventional, A, B, or C. The fourth word, please repeat after me, is flagrant. Again, the word is flagrant. The use of campaign funds for the congressman's private business was a flagrant violation of the law. And the second example. In flagrant disregard of his parents' stated wishes, Art wore a t-shirt and jeans to their dinner party. So based on those, what do you think flagrant means? Okay. Our fifth word, please pronounce it. It is fluctuate. Again, fluctuate. The examples are, my weight used to fluctuate between 150 and 190 pounds. Now it's steadily at 170 pounds. Second example, desert temperatures. Deserts are very hot, dry places with sand, you know. Okay, so desert temperatures can fluctuate by as much as 50 degrees between daytime and nighttime. So what do you think fluctuate means? Our sixth word, it's pronounced persevere. Again, persevere. Examples. I know you're tired, Jack said, but we've got to persevere and get to camp before the storm hits. And the second example. It was not easy to attend English classes while working at 2 jobs, but Nina persevered until she could speak English well. What do you think persevere means? Write your answer. Now, to the top of page 21, the seventh word in chapter 4 is ponder. Again, ponder. The example sentences. Too often, we don't take time to ponder the possible consequences of our actions. And the second example. Over the years, Mr. Madigan rarely took time to ponder the meaning of life. Since his heart attack, however, he's thought a lot about what is important to him. So what do you think ponder means? Our eighth word on page 21. The word is rehabilitate. And of course, the prefix re means to do again. So let's take a look at some of the examples here. So the word rehabilitate. Most prisons make little effort to rehabilitate inmates so that they can lead productive, wholesome lives after their release. A release from prison. Okay, the second example. My grandfather learned to walk, write, and speak again in a program that rehabilitates stroke victims. A stroke is a medical condition where there's a problem with your brain. And sometimes it causes one arm or a leg to be paralyzed, or having maybe difficulty speaking, different things. Anyway, a stroke is a medical condition. So what do you think rehabilitate means? Go ahead and write your answer in the blank. Okay, 9. The 9th word in chapter 4 is turmoil. Again, that's pronounced turmoil. And the example sentences. Without a teacher, the 6th grade class was in turmoil until the principal entered the room and the students quickly came to order. And the next example. After the turmoil of crying babies, active children, and trying to feed 120 people, I'm glad when our family reunions end. And a family reunion, just so you know, is when all of the family gets together, no matter where they live. Maybe they come from far away, they have what's called a reunion. And they all get together and talk to their cousins and nieces and aunts and uncles and distant relatives that we may not see all the time. And usually food is involved. All right, so that's a reunion or a family reunion. Okay. So go ahead and write your answer to turmoil in the blank. And our final word for chapter 4 is pronounced venture. Again, venture. All right, the example sentences. I'll venture going on any ride in this amusement park except the Twister, said Nick. I'll risk getting sick to my stomach, but I won't risk my life. And of course, an amusement park, you know, King's Dominion, maybe Busch Gardens, they have roller coasters and very scary rides. So he's obviously a little worried about that. Okay, the next sentence. At tomorrow's staff meeting, my older sister said, I will venture to say what I really think and cross my fingers that I don't get fired. Okay, fired is when you lose your job. All right, so from those examples, what do you think venture means? A, B, C, and write that answer in there. As part of your homework assignment, I want you to go ahead and write the answers to the definitions at the bottom of page 21. As always, I will review those in class. And I'd like you to turn the page and complete sentence check 1 on page 22, as I've told you in our homework assignments. Okay?